Hey, what's up guys? Mike here with Practical Training Professionals. Today we're back out here on the range, and last night when I got back home there was actually a package waiting for me in the mail. It's a new carry belt. So this is made by a company called Core Essentials, or it's the Core Belt, K-O-R-E. They reached out to us through YouTube. I actually saw one of our product reviews and said, hey, if we send you guys a belt, will you guys do an honest review on your channel? Of course, I'm always into trying out new gear, seeing if I could find a replacement for something I already have. So today that's what we're gonna get into, guys. So let's get right into it. Bam. All right guys, let's go ahead and find out what's in the box here. Now, as I mentioned, this is a everyday carry belt from Core Essentials, all right? So marked right here, Core Essentials, scan for instructional video. That may be me here in a minute. All right, so we've got the instructions. Let's go ahead and see what else we got here. So I'm assuming this is the belt protection sleeve. I don't know what those are, but maybe that's also a belt protection of some sort. Here we've got the buckle, some hardware, and the belt itself, and then this must be the belt hanger. So we'll go ahead and set all that stuff aside. Go ahead and get into the belt. So that is pretty long, certainly longer than I need. I see the ratcheting side, so what it says is to measure along this length out to where we see our pant size. All right, so I am a pant size 36, but I prefer to wear a 38 whenever I'm carrying, and then I want to add 4 inches to that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, that's gonna put me at the size 42 mark. I'm gonna go ahead and add and go out to 44, just so I don't waste this. Now let's go ahead and get this thing cut. So as I mentioned, I'm going to number 44 here. Let's see if the old trusty knife will get it. If not, we got to get the scissors out. All I did was score down the leather, and we're going to cut it from underneath. And voila, done. Now we're gonna go ahead and get the buckle. So again guys, not really following the instructions here, but it did say in here that I need to loosen these 2 screws for the gun belt. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this Allen wrench out. And I don't know if you guys can hear it, but we do have some aerial company here. We'll go ahead and loosen these screws to be able to feed that belt all the way in. Simple enough. All right, we'll go ahead and feed that belt in from this side, ram it home. We'll go ahead and lock the tab and tighten up the screws. All right, so once that's on there, we'll go ahead and put that Allen wrench back away so we don't lose it in case we need it later. All right, now my assumption is that the belt will just slide through until it clicks into place. Now what you'll see here are an area of notches where this thing can click in, and it seems as if it's clicking in about every 1/4 of an inch. You could hear that audible click. Right? Now to take the belt off, it seems as if you just lift this little tab right here and it slides right out. So yeah, that seems pretty easy guys. The belt does seem pretty strong, pretty sturdy. Let's go ahead and check one thing real quick. All right guys, I went ahead and holstered up here. This is the Safariland hip paddle holster. I went ahead and holstered that up to the belt here. That does seem like it's holding on pretty damn well. It's not a whole lot of bending, a lot of support there on that firearm. Now guys, just so you know, and we'll go ahead and demonstrate it here for the camera, the firearm is cleared. There's nothing in the mag well. We inspected it twice and did a pinky check before we loaded it up. But don't want any haters on there. So yeah, that's what we got guys. We're gonna go ahead and get this thing laced on, and this is what we'll be using on the range today. So stand by for an honest review. All right, guys, we went ahead and got the Core Essentials X6 buckle with the tactical black belt fitted up on my big fat body here. Now, I did mention there in the video that I normally wear a size 36 waist. I did cut the belt at 44, and there's a reason for that. What I sometimes find myself doing, if depending on the holster, if I'm wearing appendix, I need to get this buckle out of the way. So sometimes that will mean walking this buckle all the way over to the right-hand side. Now, if I were to have cut this tab right here short like it recommended, this belt would be flopping around. So again, your experiences, your everyday carry lifestyle may impact the way that you cut this belt. But for me, guys, I wanted it plenty long out here past this buckle in case I needed to carry a certain way where that where the appendix holster would end up grabbing my belt a certain way. So again, for me, sometimes that means walking the buckle all the way over to one side and then having plenty of room up here in the front for the holster. So that's what we did today, guys, and we're gonna go ahead and get strapped up with the Glock 17 and put this thing through its paces. So stay tuned, guys, and at the end of this, we'll come back in and we'll give you an honest review of how the belt held up. Bam. All right, guys, here we are out at the firing line. I went ahead and got the Core Essentials black tactical belt with their X6 belt buckle hooked up here. Went ahead, cut it down to size, as you guys saw there in the video. Went ahead and loaded up the Glock 17 with the Safariland holster, paddle hip style. What I'm looking for right now, I'm gonna go 3 yards out here on this target. I'm gonna go ahead and go through the motions of drawing and firing and reholstering the firearm several times. What I'm looking for is I don't want a lot of belt movement. I want to minimize the amount of variables that's going to happen during my pistol draw. And a belt should do that for you guys. If you're wearing one of them old janky things that your pants are flopping around, you should probably look into doing something a little bit different. So anyways, let's go ahead and put some rounds down range and see how this thing holds up. Bam. So as you can see, guys, I didn't experience a whole lot of movement here on the belt. It seemed like everything was locked in exactly as I would want it to be. Again, that's what you guys should be looking for on your everyday carry belt. We don't want to see a lot of movement here. We want to eliminate as many variables as we can from the equation when drawing our firearm. And so far on first time go with this belt, I'm a believer. We're going to put it through a couple hundred more rounds out here. At least a couple hundred more rounds. As you guys probably know, I'm coming up on some qualification stuff and I need to be putting rounds down range. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to use this belt all day exclusively out here on the range, and we'll finish this up with a really in-depth review here at the end of the day. Hey, what's up, guys? It's been about a month since we got this belt from Core Essentials, and I didn't want to just give you guys a blind review without putting it through its paces. So what does that mean for me? It means over the past month, I've taken it to several different training events, both dynamic and static, right? Lots of work coming through from the holster, lots of carrying stuff, lots of, load bearing on this belt. I've worn it in muddy events, raining events. We've got a butt ton of snow up here in the northeast. I've worn it in all that stuff, guys. And one thing that I found, the belt hasn't let me down. It's done everything that I've needed it to do, which is essentially carry my stuff without flopping around, without wearing out, without being loose. None of that. This belt has done it. Now, for most of that time, this has been what I've been carrying, all right? So I've been appendix carrying the Smith & Wesson M&P 9 Shield M2.0, all right? And then I'll also carry, this time of year, right, it's kind of hoodie weather, so I'll have that thing kind of concealed here, this thing open just under the hoodie. This is a Glock 17. And then I'll also carry, 2 extra additional magazines for my Glock 17, right? So this is a full load for me, and the belt has done its job. I haven't found a situation yet where I have complained about the belt, where I felt uncomfortable about the belt. Now, one of the best features about this belt, and it's something that we all have to deal with on occasion, is when we go to the bathroom and we have to, drop a deuce or something. Well, a lot of times you're taking everything off and finding a spot to put it, or you're putting it down in the Easter basket, right? Well, with this, what I found is if you loosen up the belt, now I'm not gonna show this stuff on video, guys, but I will tell you, if you loosen up the belt just to about its max and then slide your drawers down, everything stays vertical. It's so freaking convenient, guys. And then when you're done, you just grab everything and pull it right back up. There's no setting your firearm down or unloading or asking your wife to put stuff in her purse, nothing like that, guys. Everything works as it should. So with that, guys, this absolutely gets my highest vote of confidence. There'll be links down in the description below where you can go and pick up your belt from Core. And let us know what you think, guys. Let them know we sent you. Drop down in the comments below if you think that this is a good video. If you're a fan of Core, if you're using Core already, let us know what you think. And then when you go and you buy one, come back in here and let us know what you think, what your use case is, and how this belt, if it has or has not met your expectations of what an everyday carry belt should look like and perform like. So with that, guys, as always, drop down there, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you share it with a friend. And as always, learn, defend, prevail. We're out.